What are your views on the standing ovation on opposing players? Do you think we should see more of this? Yes, football has always been associated with spectacle, goals, competition and rivalry, fueled by the support of the crowd. But there are also times when the fans are so fascinated by the performance of an opposing player that they also join in with the applause, appreciating his magic. And yeah, you have to be a unique player to get a standing ovation. So today, we're going to explore exactly those times when players got a standing ovation not just by any team, but by some of the biggest rivals. Also, wait till we get to number 5, a truly iconic moment in football on a very, very memorable night in Madrid. Alessandro Del Piero versus Real Madrid 2008. It was the start of the 2007-8 season when two of Europe's biggest clubs, Juventus and Real Madrid, were drawn in the same Champions League group. At the time, both teams were among the best in Europe and hot favourites to lift the trophy. However, Real Madrid had the advantage of playing at their own Santiago Bernabeu stadium in the 4th round of the group stage. Contrary to expectations, Madrid went down 2-0 to Juventus thanks to an outstanding performance from their talisman Del Piero. Juventus' creative forward scored 2 brilliant goals from outside the penalty box, one of which was a free kick, to complete arguably the most magical performance of his career. The beauty of his game was also appreciated by the Bernabeu crowd, as Madrid fans paid tribute to one of the greatest Italian footballers of all time. Francesco Totti versus Real Madrid 2016. And while we're on the subject of legendary Italians, let's turn our attention to an even greater one, Francesco Totti. When we use terms like football icon, respect and loyalty in the same sentence, it's impossible to not think of him. His career lasted from 1993 to 2017, which makes around 24 years, but he never even considered leaving the club of his heart, Roma. He played a total of 783 games at club level, scoring 307 goals and assisting 210. Looking at his incredible statistics, it's no coincidence that he's been coveted by almost every major club in the world at some point in his career, including Real Madrid. But still, he always stuck by the decision he made early in his career to never leave his beloved team. And yes, it's a fact that Los Blancos made repeated attempts to sign him, but Totti always refused. Towards the end of his career, in March 2016, Real Madrid and Roma met in the Champions League round of 16, and Totti started the game from the bench. When he came on in the second half, everyone in the stadium was on their feet, applauding the legend's illustrious career. Yes, 24 years in one club. This could be a reminder for us that sometimes football is more than just a game. Now before we continue, we remind you to subscribe to our channel if you like our content, and don't forget to hit the notification button. Thank you. Steven Gerrard versus Chelsea 2015. Yes, the first two were sweet from opposing fans and players were grateful for the kind gesture, but can you imagine there are also cases where their applauded footballers weren't moved at all? This is exactly what happened to Steven Gerrard when he left the pitch in the 79th minute against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in 2015. At some point during the 2014-15 season, Gerrard announced that he would be leaving the club after the end of the season. Chelsea and Liverpool then met in the 36th round of the Premier League. John Terry had opened the scoring, but Gerrard levelled at 1-1 before being substituted in the second half. Both Liverpool and Chelsea fans paid tribute to his amazing career at Liverpool, but he wasn't moved by the rival supporters' behaviour.
I was more happy with the ovation from the Liverpool fans. I think Chelsea fans have showed respect for a couple of seconds for me, but they've slaughtered me all game, so I'm not going to get drawn into wishing the Chelsea fans very well.
Ronaldo Nazario versus Manchester United 2003. The start of the 21st century marked a whole new era for Real Madrid. Yes, the years of Los Galacticos were a period in Real Madrid's history that was known for bringing together many superstars in one team. In the 2002-2003 season, the Spanish Giants had some truly amazing players in their ranks, such as Roberto Carlos, Luis Figo, Zinedine Zidane, Claude Makelele and Iker Casillas. But the greatest of them all was Ronaldo Nazario, aka the Brazilian Ronaldo. In the quarter-finals of the Champions League, Real Madrid came up against Manchester United. They had the advantage at Old Trafford, having won the first leg 3-1, and it looked like the star of the team, Ronaldo, was saving his star display for the second leg, after failing to score in the first game. He put in a memorable performance against Man United, scoring a hat-trick and leaving the fans to applaud him after coming off in the second half. Yes, Madrid lost the game 4-3, but they qualified for the next round thanks to Ronaldo's 3 goals. What a player he was. Ronaldinho versus Real Madrid 2005. Yes, Ronaldo's performance at Old Trafford is iconic, but here we have an even more memorable one, this time against Real Madrid and in an El Clasico just a few months later. That standing ovation from the fans was special because it's proof of a player's class. To be applauded in the biggest match between two of the greatest teams, and especially at a time when your team is losing. The El Clasico between Barcelona and Real Madrid in November 2005 was crucial to the title race, but thanks to Ronaldinho's intimidating form, Barca overcame Madrid to win La Liga that season. The Brazilian magician scored 2 goals, the first of which was a true demonstration of the traditional Brazilian samba. Rather than dribbling with the ball, he was dancing with it, absolutely outpacing his opponents. Another supernatural performance in Ronaldinho's books. Cristiano Ronaldo versus Juventus 2018. We don't need any introduction for that Cristiano Ronaldo's goal in the Champions League. Real Madrid and Juventus face each other in the quarterfinals of the 2018 tournament, and Cristiano's extraordinary bicycle kick was yet another testament to his genius. Real Madrid were 1-0 up early in the second half when Ronaldo found himself in the penalty area as Madrid right back Dani Carvajal looked for space to cross. Instead of a cross, however, Carvajal lobbed the ball in Ronaldo's direction, and this is exactly where Cristiano's genius showed. He produced an astonishing bicycle kick that had the entire Juventus stadium, home and away, applauding. It could even be said that there was some sympathy between Ronaldo and the Juventus fans, as he left Real Madrid exactly for the Italian club just 3 months later. Lamine Yamal versus Brazil 2024. The next moment of respect between a great footballer and rival fans was during the friendly between Spain and Brazil at the Santiago Bernabeu in March 2024. And yes, it's a fact that the crowd at the mythical stadium wasn't just Madrid fans, but we all know how Barcelona players are treated there, whether it's a club or international match. And it was in this game that the 16-year-old sensation produced arguably the best performance of his career so far. He finished the clash with 2 chances created, 6 dribbles completed, 11 duels won, and although statistically he only had 1 assist, he was involved in every single goal for Spain in the 3-3 draw. There was another reason why this game was special. The second half saw the introduction of another young sensation, 17-year-old Brazilian talent Endrick, who will officially join Real Madrid this summer. It gave football fans their first taste of what is likely to be an iconic rivalry between Yamal and Endrick. Lionel Messi versus Real Betis 2019. The 2018-19 season, the year many believe Barcelona deserved to win its 6th Champions League. The team was arguably the best the whole season, winning La Liga and playing the Spanish Cup final. On the other hand, this was individually one of the best years in Messi's career, as he finished the 2018-19 campaign with the incredible 70-goal contribution that would go on to earn him his 6th Ballon d'Or. And one of the most memorable moments of that season came away to Betis in La Liga. Messi scored twice before half-time, but the third goal was nothing short of genius. He received the ball on the edge of the box from Ivan Rakitic and completed his hat-trick with a superb lob that bounced off the crossbar and into the net. It was yet another incredible performance from the Argentine, who had the Betis fans on their feet in applause. The goal was even nominated for the FIFA Puskas Award that year. Andres Iniesta versus Real Madrid 2015. And with the last one on the list, we have another moment of respect from the Real Madrid fans. Despite being considered the most arrogant of Europe's giants, it turned out that Madrid fans do pay tribute to rival players who deserve it. In this case, it was Barcelona's long-serving midfielder and club legend Andres Iniesta. Don Andres, as he is known, played one of his best games in a Barca shirt in the El Clasico in November 2015. The Catalans ran out 4-0 winners at the Bernabeu, with Iniesta providing an assist in the first half and scoring a stunning strike in the second, after a perfect combination with Neymar. The man who scored Spain's winning goal at the 2010 World Cup was all over the pitch that night at the Bernabeu, contributing both in attack and defence. Most impressive of all was the fact that Barca were without their biggest star, Leo Messi, from the very start of the game. The Argentine was injured, with Neymar and Suarez leading the attack, but it was actually Iniesta who stole the show and won the admiration of the home fans. And what about you guys? Which of these moments did you find the most heartwarming, and do you think it'd be better if we saw more of them in football matches? Have your say in the comments section. Also, if you enjoyed it, you can contribute by liking our video, subscribing to the channel, or just clicking on some of our recent episodes. It would be greatly appreciated. See you next time on the Blue Card channel.